你在骂人，因为你骂人，你骂谁疯子？你骂谁神经病？你一个老外，你在中国，你要遵守中国的政策。有没有人报一下警啊？工作人员，这是可以报警的，他不遵守防疫政策是可以报警的，好吗？有没有人报警？没人报警，我报警了。
当老外看到中国抗疫后，对某些言论发出嘲讽，大喊这才是中国速度。
Number one.
It's proving once again to the world that once a global problem is created, with serenity faces any challenges that might put in risk the well-being of humanity and provides the right solutions. We are so grateful for teaching us such a lesson about solidarity, strength, and patience. I personally feel blessed by the teachings of China. Your example can only be an ecumenical inspiration for a better future.
Number
Qingdao, 12 cases, locally contracted, so it's a big worry. They don't really know exactly where it came from. So what does Qingdao do? They test 9 million of the Qingdao residents. This country is going, well, I don't want to say they're going above and beyond. They're doing what has to be done. And other countries who might be suffering this are suffering it sort of.
Number 3.
对，起码有8公里的距离接种这个新冠肺炎的疫苗，我觉得这个事情非常棒。在我们德国那边，在欧洲那边，很多人他哪怕可以打，他们都不太愿意。现在在国内，每天就有1000到1000多万人接种这个新冠。第一时候他都不太敢相信有这么快的一个速度，他说怎么可能？看完我发给他的那个视频之后，他就说：“哦吼，我懂了，原来这个是中国速度呢。”
Number 4.
现在为什么中国才是最安全的国家呢？近期国外疫情蔓延状况日益严重，而疫情最先爆发的中国，很多人认为最不安全的国家，在现在看来反而是最安全的地方了。疫情爆发后，中国当机立断，采取了多种防护措施，防止病毒的传播。成千上万个医护人员立马就奋战到了第一线当中，火神山、雷神山医院拔地而起，感染者的所有的医疗费用都由国家来承担，老百姓要配合的配合，要隔离的隔离，做到了全民自律。14亿人口的大国，这么大规模的疫情，这么迅速得到了控制，恐怕只有中国才能做到。难怪现在大家都赞叹一位世卫组织官员说的话：如果我感染了，希望我能在中国。
Number 5.
And the whole country, people are basically voluntarily staying indoors. People are keeping an eye on each other because the roads are closed too. You're not supposed to leave at all. So the neighbors are keeping an eye on their neighbors to see if anybody's breaking the rules. And so all the other towns have set up people that are stopping outsiders from coming in. This guy is literally holding down the fort. People have stocked up on food. They stocked up on food 2.5 weeks ago. They went home, and watching my Chinese social media feed has been an experience in watching a whole country of people slowly go mad. They can't leave the house. They are incredibly bored. what I've been struck by is these people who are in an unimaginably horrible situation, just finding ways to keep a good sense of humor and get.
Number 6.
Which countries do you think we should be looking to for models that work? And can we apply those models to a larger country like the United States? So, many people say Italy and Korea, yes, have their numbers, but they can't necessarily be applied to America. Is that true or not? Or is there a model that does seem to work and should be followed for everybody?
We're like the part of China, Hubei province, where a lot of the cases were in one city, Wuhan. And the U.S. and China are different. The lockdowns that we do won't be as strictly enforced, but they are very, very important. The way we do contact tracing won't be as invasive, and so won't be quite as perfect. But it is very good news that China, although they're maintaining a lot of measures, they are not seeing a rebound. They're not seeing cases coming back, even though they are sending people back to the factories and sending people back to schools. And, so thank goodness if we're seeing a big rebound there.
Number 10.
China is building a fortress against coronavirus, one that extends beyond its borders. Earlier this week, the Chinese government announced it would ban all foreigners from entering in 24 hours' time. We raced to get from Seoul in South Korea back home to Beijing. Your temperature has to be below 37 degrees to board, and they keep checking. Flying to another country is now like travelling to another reality. These aren't health workers, they're cabin crew. Another temperature check mid-flight. We landed in Dalian, in northeast China. Customs officials, also in full protective gear, checked every passenger. Here at the ramparts, an army of officials in full medical armour. An outlying fortification to make sure the capital, Beijing, hundreds of miles away, is kept safe. Every passenger was tested for COVID-19, including our producer, Michael Greenfield. Swabbing the back of the throat, then the back of the nose. It is as uncomfortable as it looks. We made it onto Chinese soil 4 hours before the ban on foreigners came into effect.
So we made it into China about 3 hours before the deadline for foreigners getting in. It's a pretty comprehensive process when you do arrive here. First on the plane there are checks, temperature checks, and then everyone goes off the plane, has a health interview, and then you're given a COVID test yourself, a swab in the back of the throat, up the nose. My eyes might have watered a little. Now we're waiting to hopefully reboard the flight back to Beijing and people don't have symptoms. I've got a seat number here. That was my seat on the plane. This is where I'm sitting. Everyone's being told to sit apart. We've been given a meal. But they are taking this extremely serious. It's a very, very thorough, quite actually an impressive process.
Number 8.
Not a big deal compared to all those first responders, all those doctors, nurses. They just showed really, really heroic side and just really impressed us. And then I think the government did an amazing job telling us what to do, what not to do. Most of the China were under lockdown. Everybody stay in their house. And we were told that if we just stay in our house for like 40 days, we'll, overcome the disease. I remember Dr. Zhong Nanshan once said that everyone should contribute to, the battle of, beating the coronavirus. Everyone is still wearing a mask when they're going out and just following the rules. It's a great thing because in this way, we try to make sure such a huge country, we didn't have many cases. It's just amazing, and I believe that other countries should learn something from.
Number 9.
有一个有 freedom 的感觉，没有病毒，没有反对戴口罩的人。我们在机场还要做一次新冠检测，然后去酒店隔离14天。就是可能是全世界最 organized 的这个新冠疫情的，所有的新冠疫情在这里是全世界最 organized。就现在，如果你从别的国家到美国，你就是要给航空公司看看你的 PCR， 不是要给美国的海关看 PCR。然后你到美国没有人管你。拿了行李后，我们去我们的隔离的酒店，每天来测2次体温。每个星期还要做1次核酸检测。总的来说，这次回中国，我真的会感觉到中国和美国在防疫上真的有很多区别。一直有美国人在网站说中国能控制疫情的新闻都是假的， 这个已经没有办法控制。那些美
Number 1零。Number 1Number 1就不担心疫情这个问题了。应该会担心吧，但是因为我们国家很强大，所以疫情稳定下来，所以人们也可以放心出游了，也会有防范意识，比如说戴口罩什么的。但是在通风的环境下，也是会摘下来放松一下。
基本上不担心，因为现在基本上全国好像疫情也基本是可以控制了。因为我觉得现在疫情好像特别严重的，爸妈挺担心的，然后但是其实没事情，但是在他们心里可能就觉得还蛮严重的。但我自己觉得就还好，就自己做好保护就好了。
我们这边我觉得还好嘛，你看很多人不戴口罩也 OK 的呢。不过我是个人比较觉得还是安全应该好一些。毕竟是国外的，想比如和我们和外面比，应该更了解一些，好吧
？So our opinion.
Actually, everything is fine. Yes, it feels pretty safe in general.
Everything is open, so we just visit our gym, so everything is fine. So
Wear masks on subway.
Yes, no new cases.
Number 1